Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's class, we'll solve problem on cost sheet. In previous video, we have discussed the format of cost sheet. Let's start the problem number 1. ABC Limited is engaged in the manufacturing of a product. Its records reveal the following information for the year 31st March 2019. Okay, all these information related to the year 31st March 2019. Direct wages 25,000. Factory overhead is 50% of direct wages. So factory overhead, how much we have to charge? 50% of direct wages. So direct wages is how much? 25,000. Yes, 50% of 25,000 we have to take as a factory overhead. Other particulars, that is on 31st March 2018 and 31st March 2019. This is the opening balance and this is the closing balance. First item is raw material. So the opening stock of raw material amount is 24,500. 31st March 2018 is the opening balance. 31st March 2019 is the closing balance. So the opening stock of raw material is 24,500 and the closing stock of raw material is 25,000. Next is work in progress. Opening work in progress is 25,000. Closing work in progress is 27,500. Finished stock. Opening stock of finished goods is 45,000 and the closing stock of finished goods amount is 37,500. Purchases, that is 1,25,000. Administrative overhead 10,000. Selling overhead 12,000. Sales for the year is, during this year, the sales total value, the total sales is 2,20,000. Prepare cost statement. It is to prepare cost sheet for the year ended 31st March 2019. By taking all this information, we have to prepare cost sheet for the year ended 31st March 2019. Let's start the solution. Here is the solution. Write the heading cost sheet for the year ended 31st March 2019. And the columns are particulars, one extra column for the calculation, and the last is total cost. First, what we have to take? Information related to raw material. All these things we have already discussed, that is format of cost sheet. So first we have to take information related to raw material. So the cost sheet start with the opening stock of raw material. So first we have to take opening stock of raw materials. See the problem, raw materials in other particulars. So 31st March 2018 is the opening stock of raw material. So the opening stock of raw material amount is 24,500. Write in the solution in inner column, opening stock of raw material is 24,500. To that opening stock of raw material, what we have to do? We have to add purchases and is there any expenses related to purchase of raw material? That is freight, octroi, carriage inward, etc. All these things we have to add to the opening stock of raw material. But in this problem, we have got only purchases, no other expenses related to purchase of raw material. So after taking opening stock of raw material, add purchases. Purchase amount is, see in the problem, purchase amount is 1,25,000. Right here, 1,25,000. Now add these two amounts. 24,500 plus 1,25,000, and the total amount is 1,49,500. So after taking opening stock of raw material, add purchases, we have to less closing stock of raw material. Closing stock of raw material, we have to deduct less closing stock of raw material. So closing stock of raw material amount is 25,000. Right here, 25,000. Now, from 1,49,500 minus 25,000, you will get 1,24,500. Write in total cost column. This is the final amount. 1,24,500. To this amount, write material consumed. Material consumed is 1,24,500. Got all of you? First, what we have to take? Opening stock of raw material and purchases. In some problem, they'll give you certain expenses which are related to purchase of raw material. That is freight, octroi, carriage inward, etc. All these expenses we have to add. In this problem, we have got only purchases that we have taken here. So first we have to take opening stock of raw material, add purchases and expenses related to purchases, and after that we have to minus closing stock of raw material, and the final amount what we will get, that is called material consumed. So in this problem, material consumed amount is 1,24,500. Clear this part? Next, we have to take direct expenses, direct wages, direct labor, direct expenses we have to take after material consumed. So in this problem, we have got direct wages. Direct wages amount is 25,000. So after material consumed, write direct wages. And the amount write in total cost column 25,000. Add these two amounts. 1,24,500 plus 25,000, and the total amount is 1,49,500. That is called prime cost. The total of material consumed and direct expenses is called prime cost. The first important hit. After prime cost, we have to add factory overhead. Right here, add factory overhead. So factory overhead, how much we have to charge? See in the problem, after direct wages, factory overhead is 50% of direct wages. So factory overhead, we have to take 50% of direct wages. Direct wages amount ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 25,000. So ಆ 25,000 ಇಂದ 50% ನಾವೇನಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು? Factory overhead. So right here, add factory overhead, and the direct wages amount is 25,000. Write in bracket 25,000 into 50%, because here in problem they have clearly mentioned that factory overhead should be 50% of direct wages, and the direct wages amount is 25,000. 50% of direct wages, that is 50% of 25,000 we have to take as factory overhead. So in bracket mention 25,000 into 50%. You will get 12,500. 50% of 25,000 is 12,500. So the factory overhead amount is 12,500. Got this calculation? Now add these two amounts. 1,49,500 plus 12,500 and the total is 1,62,000. In this problem, they have given work in progress. Opening work in progress, we have to add, and closing work in progress, we have to less. So right here, add opening work in progress. Opening work in progress amount is, see the problem, 25,000 work in progress on 2018, that is the opening. Work in progress amount is 25,000. So this 25,000 we have to add. Add opening work in progress amount 25,000. Add these two amounts. 1,62,000 plus 25,000 and the total is 1,87,000. Then less closing work in progress. Opening balance, the opening work in progress, we have to add that amount, we have to add, and closing work in progress amount, we have to minus, we have to deduct. Less closing work in progress. Closing work in progress amount is 27,500. Minus that amount from this 1,87,000. Right here, less closing work in progress amount 27,500 from 1,87,000, from 1,87,000 minus 27,500. You will get the amount 1,59,500. To this amount, write works cost. After works cost, what we have to take? Administrative overhead, which is also called as office overhead. Right here, add administrative overhead. Administrative overhead amount is 10,000. Right? Add administrative overhead amount in total cost column 10,000. Add these two amounts. 1,59,500 plus 10,000 and the amount is 1,69,500. This is called cost of production. To that cost of production, we have to add opening stock of finished goods and we have to less closing stock of finished goods. Okay, opening stock of finished goods we have to add. Opening we have to add and closing we have to less. In work in progress also, we did the same thing. Opening work in progress, we have to add and closing work in progress, we have to less. Here, after cost of production, opening stock of finished goods, we have to add and closing stock of finished goods, we have to less. Right here, add opening stock of finished goods. See in the problem, finished goods. Okay, finished goods, that is the stock of finished goods. Opening stock of finished goods amount is 45,000. This 45,000 we have to add. Write in the solution, total cost column, add opening stock of finished goods 45,000. Add these two amounts. 1,69,500 plus 45,000 and the total is 2,14,500. Now less closing stock of finished goods. From this 2,14,500, we have to minus closing stock of finished goods amount. See in the problem, closing stock of finished goods amount is 37,500. Write in the solution, less closing stock of finished goods 37,500. From 2,14,500 minus 37,500, and you will get 1,77,000. This is called cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold is 1,77,000. Next, we have to take add selling and distribution overhead. The next head is selling and distribution overhead. Selling overhead, that is selling and distribution overhead is 12,000. Right here, 12,000. Add these two amounts. Cost of production plus selling and distribution overhead amount, that is 12,000. 1,77,000 plus 12,000, and the total is 1,89,000. This is called cost of sales. This last item, sales for the year is 2,20,000. So in the year 2019, the sales is 2,20,000. So first we will take sales because profit they have not given here. That one we have to find out. By taking the sales amount, we can calculate profit. So first write sales. Sales is 2,20,000. From this 2,20,000 minus cost amount, that is 1,89,000. Okay, from this 2,20,000 minus cost of sales amount. Sales is 2,20,000 and the cost is cost of sales, that is 1,89,000. From this 2,20,000 minus 1,89,000, and you will get the difference amount 31,000. The difference amount is 31,000. This is profit. Like this, you have to prepare the cost sheet. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. In my next video, we'll solve one more problem on this topic. Please do like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you, friends.